veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make.
I had the mic on mute and was going, but it's okay. Once again, big up to all of you, and I appreciate you all finding the time to join me for today's edition of the Blue Morning Show. I cannot appreciate or thank you guys enough. You are the reason why we're getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers. More importantly, I do hope you're doing well. And apologies, we don't have the intro in the new system yet, but we're working on it. Probably, most definitely, it's going to be an entirely new intro for the Blue Morning Show. But that's, by the way, we do as we usually do. Our usual behavior. We keep it interactive here. So I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat. Daddy Music, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And my assistant and bro, Santiago Muno, is in the house. Yeah, that. That DP, the picture of Anthony, Manchester United's Anthony, that's hilarious. And Wally Waldo is in the house. Wally Waldo, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And I sincerely do appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I think this looks like it's quicker than the other one with all the animation. It takes time before the highlighted comment shows up. Wally Waldo is saying that anyone else heard that Connie and Maresca have started protesting against the club? No, I don't think so. They're not going to do that. I get it, they're kids, but more importantly, they are professionals. If they try that, they're gonna get into serious trouble. And you know I'm serious about that. It's no joke. I don't think they'll do anything like that. But that's a small opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Yes, I can't complain, Santiago. How about you? It's been a minute. I hope your absence just simply means that you've been busy. If that's the case, I'm happy because I understand bills don't pay themselves. Hopefully, nothing bad has happened on your end. And Walter Amoregbe, nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Big up to you too. Rain is in the house. Big up, Rain. Please do not make it rain because I don't have my umbrella here. But more importantly, Rain, nice to see you. Where are people wanting Poch out? It has happened. Look, we just have to move on. And whoever the club hires next, I will support the person. That's the first for everything. I am concerned that it's looking more likely that it's going to be McKenna, but you never know. There's the first for everything. Hopefully, they do their research very well. I was hoping, and I was sure. I told people that I'm quite sure if they fire Mauricio Pochettino, that they're going to hire an experienced manager. Let me say, a manager who's been there, won it all, seen it all, and won it all. It turns out. I was I wasn't sure what I was saying. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And Kalito, if you're listening, I've shared the link with you. Maybe not the account you were expecting to get the link from. Yep, no problem. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Anything else, then nothing else. But once again, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, and a good evening. And I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. I do hope you're all doing well. I cannot thank you guys enough. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes, once again, do go along with Kalita. If you're there,
yeah,
big
buddy.
up to you, and I appreciate you finding the time to join me this particular morning. I'm going to go straight to asking you the most important question. Who do you think replaces Mauricio Pochettino at Chelsea? It's looking more like it's going to be McKenna. I mean, I'm not happy about that.
You can hear me though, right? You can hear me though, right?
Let's hear you, bro.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, but it's a bit fainty.
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, my microphone is not working very well. Not working.
Okay, maybe if you get closer to it, it makes a difference. I don't know. Let me just increase my microphone. But go ahead, my speaker. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, it's a bit better.
I'm just going to use my laptop. I got to buy new headphones and everything anyway.
Okay.
So I apologize for the inferior audio. It will be a lot better next time. And I like this new
I think
setup
it's
we got going on.
actually fine now.
Oh, it's okay? Okay, cool. All right. So it'll be Kieran McKenna. I think that this is someone that they've been looking for. But I mean, let's look at some of the managers that were hired without any real coaching experience in the first team. The first one is Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola was hired without any first team experience.
And he was from the B team,
Yeah.
straight to the first team.
Yeah. Second one, Xavi. Was not a first team manager. Third one, Mikel Arteta, was not a first team manager. These guys have, I think Xavi in his first season won the Premier League. Won La Liga. I think Pep Guardiola in his first couple seasons, one season won 6 trophies with Barcelona and is now considered the most successful manager of this century. No experience for a first team. None. All right? McKenna, first team manager. I think his Ipswich team got scored like 140 goals or something. They've had insane progress. But the one thing that really, really, really gets me is the information coming out about the meticulousness, interactiveness, inventiveness, and unpredictability of his training sessions. Every single one of his training sessions is catered to what his team needs. That means that they go off schedule. That means that if something needs to be addressed, they can be proactive and can be improvisational and malleable in the way that they do their approach for the week. It does not have to be set in stone. That means if they have a problem, they will address it right there, head on. And his coaching staff is willing to be part of that flexibility, and he wants to keep his players on their toes, and he wants to keep them constantly be willing to learn. The CV on this guy, the short CV that he has, is impressive. And the players and the people that have commented on this guy and his training philosophy is nothing short of exactly what Bowley and co. have been looking for 2.5 years.
You still there, Khalid?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a good decision. The truth remains, it can go either way. It's 50-50. But given everything we're hearing and how he's done, I think we're getting echo from your end. Maybe if you mute me when I speak, you can unmute. So I think the signs are good. I'm willing to give him. I mean, it's not up to me. All I can do is just support the club. But I'm just saying, as a fan, I'm willing to give him a chance. I don't know. I'm seeing people planning a protest that they don't like the manager. We don't want. We who really? We who? All you can do is support the whoever they hire. You can't, believe me, protesting will not help. And you've mentioned some excellent examples. Zidane wasn't a first team manager; he was a B team manager for Real Madrid. I get it. People will bring up the argument that he had one of the best, you could say, team in Europe at the time. Same thing. Xavi's case, he coached. I think it was in Saudi Arabia or some Asian country at the time before coming back to Barca. But yeah, Pep was a B team manager before getting the opportunity to coach Barca's first team. And McKenna, a lot of good stuff have been said about him. We'll get to those things in a bit. But I want to hear more from you. I haven't heard you talk about the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. I know you liked him. I know you wanted the club to keep him. But let's hear you. What do you make of it? Go there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I've just unmuted. Oh, the other one is Xabi Alonso. He was Real Sociedad's B coach before he took his next job, and now apparently he's the best thing since sliced bread. So, Xabi Alonso, who I think went like 51-1, like Floyd Mayweather without the one. Like, come on, man. Like, these guys, a lot of them are plucked from obscurity. Okay, they're not manufactured in a lab. So the thing with Pochettino, It was my initial inclination to believe that he resigned, but after speaking with one particular journalist that I trust more than anybody else, he was fired. And some of it had to do with maybe his caustic nature towards the two brain trust guys, the two sporting directors. There was a lot of push and pull there, I suppose. And then the other thing is that Mauricio Pochettino said a lot of odd things publicly. All right. And after a certain while,
I mean, you can say he was asking for it.
well, look, after a certain while, you sometimes maybe forget you are still an employee. Like, managers at a certain point start to think, just like the fans today, start to think that they own the club. They don't. The fans are people that are on the outside looking in that cheer for the club, and managers are literally that. They're middle management. They are not executives. They are not shareholders. They are not owners. They're employees just like everybody else. And when Pochettino starts saying these very odd things publicly, I think he tends to forget that his bosses can see him.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. Coming right there. Let's give in the microphone. I will come back to the panel again. Where did I stop? And that is the Makalele FC. And thanks for your great analysis as always, Coach. I appreciate you, the Makalele FC. Thank you for being a member of the community. As always, enjoy yourself. Feel free. Express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. Here, your opinion matters. Rain is saying, Rain isn't happy, but Rain, you just have to support. Chelsea is the entity you support. Managers come and go. I survived the firing of Carlo Ancelotti, who won us a double at the time. The firing of Mauricio, what's his name? Jose Mourinho on 2 occasions. And I survived the firing of Thomas Tuchel. Even I was a bit bitter when the guy that won us our first Champions League trophy, when he was fired. So Chelsea is the entity you support. And I think the owners, there's a lot more to why Mauricio Pochettino was let go that we don't know. And again, like Carlito did mention here, he's you can say towards the end of his reign as Chelsea manager, I think he was careless with in terms of the way he spoke to the in the media and all that. But I want to move on from that. We're here to talk about who takes over from him. And if you're in the chat, let us know, who do you think will take over from Mauricio Pochettino, given what you've seen so far in the media. And let's see who else do we have here. We have Prince Mohas. Prince, nice to see you. Big up, Kachila. I can't complain. These McKenna guy is similar to De Zerbi. The only difference is a Premier League experience. But the build-up play is similar. But there are some surprises, some stuff we'll have lined up here that we're going to look at that will tell you a lot more about him. I knew nothing about him until I heard that Ipswich was promoted, and then I started paying attention to his approach a lot more now that we're linked with him. I think, even though I'm not that happy that we're not hiring a manager who's been there, seen it all, and won it all, I can't change anything. All I have to do is just support him. And as I've said before, that's the first for everything. Chances are he comes in, starts firing on all cylinders, and boom, we'll be saying, wow, that's the best decision the new owners have made since they bought the club. Nice to see you, McKenna. Here we go. It looks like it's going to happen. Has that happened already, Nacho? Nacho, we're giving you can take Pochettino. we don't want, and who's the we exactly? So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom after saying hello to the legend in the house. Hello to you too. Yep, it's you, your opinion, and JC. Big up to you, JC. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Danny Music, I cannot believe Flick rejected us. He did not reject us. He did not. And I don't like it when people say that. Flick, he's been waiting for Barcelona even before Pochettino left Chelsea Football Club. So I don't think it makes sense to say he rejected. No, he didn't. And even if it was available, rumors are we don't want a manager. We want a manager that will grow with us, if that makes sense. Let's see what you have to say there. I think we should just support whoever the board and owners decide and hope, that not work a miracle, that it works out, because we have a very good squad, and I think we'll still sign a few players in the summer. Okay, you call him Baby Toko. That may well be the case, but I don't know him well enough to, you can say, to maybe to say whether I agree with that comparison, maybe, with that nickname for him. Anything else to address here? I'm just going to scroll to the very bottom very soon as possible. Tuchel not coming, he's not coming back. If anything, he'd go to Manchester United. Nice to see you, J2AMJ. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Anybody else? I'm not going to be reading too much, and if your comment isn't aligned, I will skip it. League One manager is kind of embarrassing, and I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're just entitled to, you can say, I don't want to come across as if I'm insulting you. I don't think so. If it's good, he's good. But the fact that, the last, you can say, his last, he's coming from League One, he's coming from the Championship, is the reason why people are questioning his capabilities as a manager. But chances are he's the real deal. There's no way to tell. I think we're used to getting the ready-made product. I don't think it hurts sometimes to try out. It's a risk, but even the ready-made managers also, they carry some measure of risk, if that makes sense. They are protesting because the owners ruined Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea is ruined. I think there are multitude, you can say, a lot of reasons why we are where we are today. And then I get it, firing Tuchel was a mistake. And then Chelsea fans called for a revamp of the squad. They did that. And I think we're experiencing things that come with things that are certain that come with the territory of, you can say, overhauling of a squad. But let's just move on from that. And anything else? Moaz, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Coachella, you're forgetting AVB2. Yeah, they all carry some measure of risk, which was why I told people that were calling for the club to move for Amorim. I use AVB as an example. He won the Portuguese league at the time with Hawk, that's the huge, big Brazilian at the time, without losing a single game. What happened when he came to Chelsea? Yeah, even he got a chance at Tottenham, still couldn't do it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and the question I've asked you is, who do you think will become Chelsea's next manager? Xavi isn't happening. I don't think so. If it happens, I'd be shocked. Pep, Xavi have Barcelona experience. It is hilarious to think McKenna is some position as those managers. If anything, here's the thing: if you wanna go down that road, let's talk about it. McKenna actually worked in a more competitive league than let's say Pep in himself, who was Barcelona's beaten manager at the time. I don't think Barcelona's B competition, or you can say the Spanish League B competition, is as strong as the Championship. If you wanna to elaborate on that comparison, Kalita, if you wanna come in there, given what Rangers said, what we have on the screen that Rangers said, you go ahead if you still have time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Pep, Zidane, Xabi Alonso, all these guys basically coaching the U23 team of their respective parent clubs. No, man, that's nowhere near first team football, because it's not first team football. That's just an advanced version of youth football. Yeah, these are still kids that are either graduates of the academy that haven't made it to the first team yet or are likely to be sold, or they're still in the academy and being promoted to the U22, U23 team, because that's what the B squad is. So let's be exponentially clear about this. The championship, with what Ipswich Town has done and what McKenna has done, it's vastly superior to any sort of experience that you guys are talking about with Real Madrid or Barcelona or Real Sociedad or any of that nonsense. Let's not try and compare two unlike things and say that they're the same. They're not. They're unlike. So let's not make that intellectual fallacy, because that's exactly what people are doing. But the last thing I want to say is, and I'll keep it very respectful, even though I have very passionate thoughts about this, and that is this idea that fans are going to go and protest the appointment of this McKenna manager whether or not you say that it's about the manager is irrelevant because it will be taken as you are against the hiring of this manager. You can say that this is a protest against Blue Co. and American ownership and Todd Bowley and Egbali and all these guys, but how it's going to be interpreted, which is the only thing that matters, is that you are against this manager. And if you do this, Chelsea fans, all 7 of you that think you're going to go to Stamford Bridge and cause a ruckus, if you do this, you will put the manager in a horrendous light before he's even made one decision and had one day on the job. And I highly recommend that you do not do this because it's a foolish act. And I understand you're probably upset right now. I get it. You're probably in your early 20s, late teens, and you love to be part of a protest because it means you're part of something. I get it. But I would highly recommend you to take a breath and then go take a walk, because this type of ideology, this type of reactionary nonsense is exactly that. It's nonsensical. So let's not do that. Let's not paint the club in a bad light after we just had a very, very, very good finish to a season. And I think Coach and I totally agree on this. The team is going to be good. This team just finished in the best possible way that they could, and they finished healthy, and we're going to sign a couple new players. Victor Osimhen, I think, is on the way. Okay, we just signed Estavio Willian. We're going to sign a couple more ballers. We're going to get rid of some dead weight like Conor Gallagher. And I think we're going to be great, Coach. So I'll leave you with this note. I don't think there's anything but positive stuff. If Osimhen comes in, you and I, Coach, we're going to have a podcast about this. And we're going to talk about how happy we are that Osimhen comes in. All right? There are things looking up. And if this dude, more than Pochettino, can get the tactics right and can get the squad right without burning them out and getting them too injured, which is one of the accusations, then I think we're going to be in a great position for next season. I think things are looking up, buddy.
Yeah. Something I want to say quickly is this. Rain, you know I love you and I respect you. And you should know also that Carlito was one of Mauricio Pochettino's biggest supporters. He hardly agrees that he make mistakes. My point is, and again, I don't think it's okay that whenever you talk about football, you make comments that suggest you don't believe that certain people, because of where they're from, don't know football as much as the others who are from a certain country. I don't think that's okay. And you know I love you, I respect you, but I think that comment, you don't need to mention nationality when you talk about people's knowledge of the game or whatever perspective you're coming from. But that's, by the way, we move on. Uchenna Ekenweke, darling one, I appreciate you. Any player that protests should be shown out the door. With immediate effect. The players are nothing but employees who shouldn't detect through their employer. Here's something I'm going to say quickly. I, for 1 second, do not believe that the players are protesting the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. No, I don't think so. What you do, again, you can show that you can show your disapproval of the manager's departure, which is natural. It happens all the time. But yeah, you have to move on. You're a professional. You're paid. You're not working for your father. You're working for someone else, for somebody, and you have a job to do, irrespective of who the manager is. So that's just what I want to say. I don't think if they're really protesting that's a reflective of the fact that they're still kids. I don't think. I get it. They will show disapproval for the departure of the manager. It happens all the time. But I don't believe it to any extent. Wally Waldo, I know you were the one that presented that with the comment there. I don't think it will get to an extent where you'd call it where you'd call it a protest. No, I don't think so. I think if anything, they will show their disapproval of the manager's departure, just like Nicholas Jackson did with emojis. But beyond that, it's not going to even question the owners as with regards to, okay, what happened here, to show that he's not happy or whatever you want to say, if you get my point there. So keep dropping the likes on the show, people. The likes that do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Let me fix the interface. Carlito is gone, so I need this one here. Let me see what I want to do here. Use it like this, maybe go. I think this one works. I'm going to catch up with a few of what we have in the chat here. Then I'll go back to us addressing the items we have lined up. And I've asked you the question, who do you think will become Chelsea's next manager? I want to hear you say that. Nacho, you're the one crying. We didn't see you when you were telling us that United, that you guys are going to finish above us. Look where you finished. Look where you finished. So we didn't see you at the time. Now you're here trying to to banter us. You just cannot. Coach, that's Atalo said, Coach, we can support this new manager, but where does this leave the club if we don't make a Champions League football and it doesn't win anything? Financial fair play will not be on our side. And that is a legitimate argument. That is a legitimate argument. Look, here's the thing. It's 50-50, and that's why I'm concerned. I'm concerned. A lot of us are concerned. Some are already actually sharing videos talking about McKenna ball and all that. No, I look beyond video clips, and what I've seen so far in terms of his approach, his tactical acumen, it's given me, you can say, a bit of confidence. But I'm not there yet. I'm still concerned. I was so sure that should the club decide to let Mauricio Pochettino go, they'd go for a manager that's been there, seen it all, and won it all. It turns out I was dead wrong. But whoever they hire, I'll be on the person's side, and hopefully it works out. It's a gamble. 50-50. It could turn out to be their worst decision ever. It could turn out to be their best decision. But I like to have a conversation with JC because he's sounding as if he's confident in the guy. He's sounding as if he even trusts him more than Mauricio Pochettino. But let's see what else we have here. Arthur, nice to see you. And the owners need to go. We don't want the clueless owners. We who? And go where? You know that's not going to happen. So your responsibility now is just to chill and support your club. No matter what happens, they're not going anywhere right now, and you should know that. So your best, you can say, the best thing to do right now is just to chill and support your club. Premier League should have banned America. Wow, you're going there again. You don't have to mention nationality. I don't think it's okay, really. I don't think it's okay. So lay off of using such languages there. It just doesn't make sense. It's not okay, and please don't do that. But guys, remember, our fan base are still in Roman era. Yeah, everything is a given. Yeah, it's our right. It's our birthright. We just participate, and we have to win it. And we sign players; they just have to click and start working immediately. We have to start winning trophies immediately. I think it's reflective of how a lot of us see football. Even some of the, you can say, those that understand football, that are the owner's biggest critics, when you hear them speak, they still let you know it was never going to be easy. Even though they hate the mistakes, or they still highlight the mistakes that the owners have made, they still let you know, yeah, it was never going to be that simple. Because we made a lot of changes, and practically we have an entirely new squad, if that makes sense. It says, but guys, remember, our fan base is still in the Roman era, where you knew when we sack Ancelotti, we go for Mourinho. So maybe the backlash will happen because our fans want Tuchel. But it's not up to them. I don't think the backlash changes anything, in all honesty. And I've learned that a long time ago. For instance, I wanted Pochettino gone, but I wasn't going around screaming Poch out. I was willing to support him, and I was seeing progress, and I was highlighting the progress he was making. These owners, CEOs said fans are customers. They only care about profit. Stop defending. Let's talk about, if you think they only care about profit, do you think they will make profit if the club isn't doing well? You answer that question truthfully to yourself there. I just want to hear you. Let's see, Uchan, and wonder what you have to say. All this talk about a Poch and from Poch, it's just after he's won. That's where I'm concerned. A lot of people decided to start supporting Poch because we won our last 5 games, which means that their support of Poch was just emotionally driven. They're not looking beyond the last 5 games of the season and looking at other factors. I get it. There are legit. You could say solid factors, reasons when you bring them up to say Poch deserves another season because we were averaging 7-8 players per game, and then we have an entirely new squad. Reasons like that. If you speak to me and say these are the reasons why you think Poch should have been given another season, I say yeah, I agree with you. But if you're saying because we finished the season well, I'd say no, you're not paying attention. Even though I think it should have been given one more season. But yeah, you have to look beyond that. We don't need any League One managers. Just stop saying we. It doesn't change anything. We who? If you think McKenna is good enough for Chelsea, then you should better support Spurs. Did I tell you? Did you hear me say he's good enough for Chelsea? No, I haven't said that. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. I'm gonna get and nobody's defending everything they do. You know that. I'm going to get some of the comments we have in the chat and I'll scroll to the very bottom. Then we'll start addressing the items we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. This is saying McKenna is going to destroy his reputation if he joins Chelsea. Will be the same as Lampard when he first came without Premier League experience. Wow. That is the sort of conversation I want to have. You can't, here's the thing. You know, Wally Waldo, I love this sort of, that's the sort of conversation, you can say comment I want to see. Present your argument. Do not condemn anybody because their argument isn't aligned with yours. So I wish my soundboard is working. That's a delicious comment. And I am inclined to believe that's the chance that ends up being the case. And that aligned, you can say, aligns with my argument that it's 50-50. It could turn out, hiring McKenna could turn out to be the best decision the owners have ever made. It could turn out to be the worst decision they've ever made. And that's how you have a conversation. You can't just come here, start mentioning people's nationality and condemning certain people because they're not doing what you want. That's not how to have a good conversation, but I appreciate you. Let's see anything else to Lampard better than League One manager. I think it's the same risk. Just like the comment of both yours right now indicates it's the same risk. Lampard came from League One to Chelsea, and McKenna is coming from League One to Chelsea. And Lampard actually didn't get his team at the time promoted. McKenna got his own team promoted. Yeah, in an incredible fashion. So if you're gonna say Lampard, let me say Lampard better than League One manager. Maybe if you're being specific and say because he has Premier League experience, then yeah, I'd be inclined to say yeah, you're correct. If that makes sense, but it's the same. You can say we're taking the same risk. If we end up hiring him, we haven't hired him. Chances are it end up being Maresca. If that makes sense. Only good thing about McKenna being a manager is that we will see a lot more Omari Hutchinson. I think Omari Hutchinson right now will be playing. He will be praying for Chelsea to hire McKenna, but we're not too certain that he's the guy. It's looking more like he's the guy. Somebody said yesterday in the chat that the best kept secret right now is deserve it to Chelsea, and there are reasons when you pay attention to those reasons, you'd say, yeah, I think. Yeah, De Zerbi will become Chelsea's next manager, but there's no way to know. In all honesty, yeah. There's no way to know. And the Undertaker CFC is in the house. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I cannot thank you enough. I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. He's saying Ipswich have said he's going nowhere. Okay. But there are reports we'll look at in a bit. We'll see what's happening. No matter the situation, my allegiance is to Chelsea, and that's what I do. That's what I do. My responsibility is to be to the 12th man when needed. In all honesty, because as screaming, for instance, when I made that one video and said, yeah, I think Chelsea should let Poch go at the time, and I explained why I think they should do so at the time, that's it. I didn't go about screaming Poch out because I knew that he wouldn't move a needle. If anything, I'd be compounding my club's a bad situation by not supporting my team and being negative unnecessarily. So he says, yeah, McKenna should come in and demonstrate what all the hype is about. I hope he succeeds, and if not, he should let go. And that is if he eventually is hired and he becomes our manager. Let's see what else we have here. Nacho, you're the one that's been hiding. Tuchel won't be United manager. That's a possibility, actually. That's a possibility because they said we heard that United they've contacted him, but they have other options too. We'll see what happens. We don't know for certain what's going to happen. There will be a lot of there will be a serious manager merry-go-round in the summer. Already, I think it's happening already. We were Champions League 2 seasons ago. How they Dean Rooney, and I think yes, then Rain, I'm quite sure you agree. I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to yours. And if you want to talk about that, I'd bring the argument to the table. Chelsea fans wanted to clear out, given that the squad at the time under Thomas Tuchel was struggling. People were mentioning how they want the club to sell Hakim Ziyech, how they want the club to sell some to sell Christian Pulisic. Or I can't mention all the names there. And the club, it looks as if they were listening, decided to do to revamp the squad or maybe to do a player clear out and sign and you can say and rebuild the squad. And now we're complaining. But that's by the way, we're not here to talk about that. The question I've asked is this: who do you think will become Chelsea's next manager? Let's hear you or if you're in the chat. Anything else here to address? Aja or Edikachi, nice to see you. Good day. I hope you're doing well. United want Poch or the next Ole. Yeah, I've heard also that they want Pochettino. Whether that happens, I honestly do not know. And Kimso, I did ask you this question yesterday, but you did not respond. You told us you were looking for a girlfriend, so you owe us the news once you get one. So you let us know whether you found one. Joe Schultz wants Enzo Maresca. He's the only one I trust at Chelsea. Honestly, I like Maresca given his experience, the fact that he's worked under Pep, and I think Leicester City in the Championship they did well. They did well. They won the championship too. So they returned. They returned it to the Premier League in an incredible fashion. So they did well. McKenna is not top. He's rubbish. Okay. Let's see. I think it's looking more like it's going to be McKenna. I would have loved it to be Maresca, but let's see what happens. A more competitive league. What are you referencing? Always be. You can say elaborate, so I can't just come across your comment and not be too sure why I'm reading it. Xavi, hell, yeah, I don't like him either. I think tactically, there's a lot of questions over his head. Casado has been offered to Chelsea as a manager. Who Conceição? What's his first name again? How do you offer a manager to a club? I don't know, but his agent or his camp. Barcelona have different gravy. Barcelona are different gravy. Okay, have different gravy about football culture. That's the reason Man City are there with 6 EPL wins in a row. All thanks to ex-Barca board. You guys, man, don't know anything about football. Wow. Some comments right there, but thank you very much. I've seen it's your opinion right there. So let's see. I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom after saying hello to a lot of people there. Big up to you, Jerry Z. I thank you for that marathon stream yesterday. I appreciate you. Let's see anything else here. Let's see what else we have here. Wally Waldo, players are protesting against the club. The fans wouldn't matter if the players are protesting. Are they really protesting? I think we're exaggerating right here. For instance, we've seen Nicholas Jackson's showing his disapproval of the manager's departure with emojis and all that. I don't think they don't. I don't think they will to the extent it'd be correct to use the language protest. I don't believe that. Really. Let's see anything else here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Yes, sir. I agree with you. Protest is not on. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't believe that. Let me just leave it at that. It's a possibility because we have kids probably done on that maybe will not know the implications of protesting or maybe showing too much dissent. I'm not sure what else to say. I think these players, believe me, these players in question, they've moved on already. Like this. The professionals, they get played They get paid to play. It doesn't matter who the manager is. I get it. Some of them have good relationship with him. We've already heard that Gallagher is not in a rush to leave Chelsea. Even that, and that came out after the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. So we're all entitled to our opinions, but I don't think the players would do anything to the extent that whatever they do would be considered a protest. I think it's a huge risk. If you try that, you're going to get into serious trouble. Yeah. Randy's saying it's not coincidence. American owners always fail. Sorry. I think this is borderline. I don't want to call it racist. I know where you're coming from. Right now, I'm just seeing it as you saying that American owners don't understand football, but I think you should stop that. And I'm appealing to you as somebody I respect, as an OG here. Please do not do that again. We don't do that here. I don't want to say what comes to mind, and if I say it, I'm quite sure you're not going to like it. Let's see what else we have here. How can we get to the top with these low-class coaches? I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's 50-50. It could backfire. It could turn out to be the best decision they've ever made. And I'm going to tell you this. I had questions with regards. I had questions about Mauricio Pochettino. But I, if you ask me at the time, I'd still tell you next season he's capable of helping us finish in the top 4. But my question, that's beside my concern with regards to his capabilities as a manager. But we'll move on from that. AB, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I think I've said hello to everybody there, but I have Anthony Stark in the house. ID crisis, guys. If any of the players shout at you to trust the process, you should back them. Trust the process, and I know where you're going with that. You think Kukurea start seeing game time. Because he was openly and on social media saying back the process. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I don't believe the Protestant news coach. I don't believe it either. I just think the fans protesting wouldn't even matter if the dressing room is in turmoil. Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't move a pin. Even if the dressing room isn't in turmoil, I don't think it changes anything. Yeah, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anything else to address here? I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. Say hello to some people here. Big up to you too, Gabriel. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. My view is I am behind the idea of an update of an up-and-coming manager, I guess. But our expectation should also be in line with the experience of the manager. Example, not demanding top 4 and trophies immediately. I mean, it will always take a while, but chances are we'll hit the jackpot and boom, the new manager comes in, start firing on all cylinders, and perform wonders. It has happened, and we're still going to go back to talking about Pep's fourth season as Barcelona, how well he did from Barcelona's B team to becoming their first team manager. You could argue, the squad he had at the time is, you can say, way better than the squad we have right now. Talk about Zinedine Zidane from Real Madrid's B team to their first team coach, how well he did. So you never know. It's a risk. It could go either way. And I'm going to stop talking about that. Let's see what else we have here. Enzo Maresca, because Joe Shields worked with him, and you said you trust Joe Shields. Maybe let's see what happens there. Dixon Donald, I have hope on Chelsea. You have lost hope on Chelsea, so to speak. But let's see. Never give up. It says we didn't need that. Randy's saying we didn't need that much changes. We didn't need a project process, whatever they call it. Again, I'm not here to argue about that. What has happened has happened. Right now, the question is who takes over, and hopefully they make the right call. We don't want to experience the sort of things we've been experiencing for, you say, 3 seasons right now, because everything started 2 seasons. Everything started under Thomas Tuchel. Have you seen him before? All these names, Hornes himself, Sebastian Hornes, he said he doesn't want to leave Stuttgart. Stuttgart, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Even Bayern wanted him. He refused to Bayern, which is why Bayern has gone for. They're going for Vincent Kompany right now. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, if Chelsea, if we do such, yeah, all hell will break loose. If you get my opinion there. Let's see. Joseph Nwokibo, Diallo, nice to see you. McKenna's history looks really interesting. But here's the thing. Whatever you make of his history or statistic, the truth remains the Premier League is different from the Championship, irrespective of your opinion of him, irrespective of whether you believe you believe in the saying that's the first for everything. It's still a risk, yeah. But his history looks interesting, and we'll get to talking about a lot that we have lined up here. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and then I'll try the best I can to get you your subsequent contributions in the chat. And I have a Constantine Dungy. Big up to you, brother. Always nice to see you. And I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We have how many people watching? 79 people watching, 127 in total. 79 people watching on YouTube. And we have just 84 people. We have 84 people watching, and we have just 37 likes. We should be doing way better than that. So if you haven't, please do take a second, drop a like on the stream to help us garner more likes, and then let the YouTube algorithm be forced to push the stream to more people. Lambs is a League One manager. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Let's start addressing the items we have here. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss anything from any of the OGs here. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go longer. I believe if Poch stayed, will be the end of Enzo Fernandez. That's a system that can utilize Enzo and Casado to its fullest. Enzo is not a bad player, and no matter how well we did in his absence, you could argue actually that he wasn't as bad as a lot of people are making it to be. And had they been again available, and had they been available and was still playing and played as one of the 2-6s when Mauricio Pochettino learned how effective it can be to invert Cucurella, you will still be winning games. But we're all speaking in hindsight right now. No, there's no way to tell whether that be the case. But I think we should. I'm concerned to hear Chelsea fans say, "Yeah, we've been playing well because Enzo, because of Enzo's absence," which just doesn't make any sort of sense in my opinion. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and then I'll start to address the items we have lined up here. Let's see what contrast that has today. It's all rumors at this point, and if he wants it to be here, loves our profile of players, it's aligned with the model project, then I'm okay with it. I'm okay with whoever the club hires. And I'm going to keep saying that. My job is to support my team. I'm not here to dwell on the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. No, I'm not here to do that. And I'm going to go back to remind you guys, I survived the firing of Carlo Ancelotti, who at the time won us a double. I survived the firing of Jose Mourinho on 2 occasions. Even the guy, what's his name again, the Italian that won us the first Champions League. I survived his firing because I wanted the club to give him more time. So sometimes you don't be sentimental, and I'm quite sure a lot of Chelsea fans are just their opinion of Mauricio, of whether Mauricio Pochettino stays or goes, is strictly driven by the last 5 games of the season, which doesn't make sense. In other words, driven by their emotions. Who's it? Okay, let me see. Sorry there. And Decide Fury, I like your name, is saying, I don't believe I'm saying this. This McKenna guy might be good for the puppet business because he's not experienced coach. We'll put up with the BS there. Wow, some language there. And Siaka is saying, but coach, is it a good idea to keep on stacking? I don't think it is. I've never said it is. And in fact, I did write an article. Well, we have an article on ChelseaPerspective.com where I talked about the importance of what's the language I use? Importance of doing away with the hiring and firing culture. And I did explain to at length that I think that was the reason why we didn't dominate consistently under Roman. It was always we win this season, win a trophy this season, fire the manager, hire a new manager, and that manager would need one season uh, to get things going his way, then win us trophy the next season. So my argument in that article that I wrote, you can find the article on chelseaperspective.com. I was arguing, yeah, we should do away with that culture. But that doesn't mean that if you want to do away with that culture, you have a manager who you're not too sure is the right man for the job. You'd keep him just because you want to achieve consistency or anything, longevity, or maybe you want to dominate consistently for a duration of time. I'm not sure how else to phrase that to come across effectively. And the beautiful game. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Before I start addressing the items we have lined up, I want to hear my bro JC speak to us. JC, let's hear you from everything you've heard before we start addressing the items we have lined up. What do you have to say?
Hi, Coach. Hello, everybody.
Big up, bro. I appreciate you.
No, it seems like we are moving towards this
McKenna.
Yeah, and I'm happy. I'm good for it.
Can you elaborate? Why
He's,
you're happy? Why you like him?
I mean, he's known to be tactically very astute, or how do you call it? Like he knows tactics quite well. He can change tactics mid game. He can change even twice if needed.
Mm.
He prepares his players well for plan A, B, C, D, whatever you like.
Mm-hmm.
And his coaching methods are very good. He's very disciplined. Like probably he's got elements of those like he's learned under Mourinho, because Mourinho practice sessions were considered to be very good. And like he's known to go into details, as he says, like very minute details, something which Mourinho likes to do also. Like you remember, there are clips where he's at halftime telling like this guy is on one yellow, try to get him to the second one, or pressure, or that and that. So things like that I've heard about him. So that sounds very promising. But then also watched some of his interviews, and he came across very level-headed guy. It's similar to, like, if you would hear somebody like Tuchel, who was asked things like for sanctions and all, and he says like, look, we are all like simple people. If needed, I drive or something like that. So he came across very level-headed person in that sense as well. So I'm happy. Okay, he's not like proven in the Premier League, but he has won something. I do not know, coach. Maybe you can check or somebody can tell. Like, was he part of the Mourinho? Was he Mourinho assistant when they won the Europa League with Manchester United? That if he was, then he has that medal as well.
I think he was. I've seen a picture of him with a Manchester United kit. So chances are
Yeah, so it's not like somebody who's coming from the, I don't know, some Greenland or something like that.
Mhm.
So or or,
And
or,
would
or
it be right? He said you could argue his Mourinho a more, you could say, a more progressive version of yours on Mourinho. Would it be right to say that that's the case?
No, I read few other contents on and saw some contents, and like everybody was saying is like in championship he was known to change. He can change the games like tactically. It's not. It's more like that's why I joke like maybe Tuchel or what, because Tuchel can change games. Mid game he can change. He can change. Tuchel is not a back three predominant not three. Yeah, so Tuchel has played different styles. If people know that, like, done some background. So this guy is known to do that same stuff. He knows every way to work out. If that is the thing, like okay, he has the fundamentals. Let's see. And I would rather have a coach who is looking up and trying to achieve things, and he has seen being near Mourinho and all others, rather than have somebody who's looking from top and down and telling us what we should be happy by being in a stadium, which is an achievement. Like Wembley, playing at Wembley is an achievement. Come on. I mean, then I would rather say you said like I would put him over Poch. Like is going as far. I would say you are wrong in that. Like I wouldn't put him close to Poch. Poch is nowhere near. The job Poch did was only like last month, 4 weeks. Rest of the time, I do not know. He was partying, barbecue, or whatever he was doing. So he Poch is not even close to the discipline and the hard work and all that. By the way, McKenna is the manager of the season in England over Pep and over
The
Arteta.
entirety of the division,
No. Manager of of
the championship.
he is the manager of the season for all leagues in England.
All divisions. Yeah, isn't
Yeah,
that the same thing? Premier League, all the divisions, right?
yeah. He comes over Arteta and Pep as well. So
Wow.
so so I mean, he's not like a totally idiot. So fans should calm down. I mean, we gave
But no matter how
Mourinho,
good we think
we gave Pochettino
it's
so
it's
much
still a
time.
risk, right? We have to agree, it's still a huge risk.
No, no.
You
As
don't
long
think?
as you see fundamentals are correct, then okay. I mean, you cannot divide it at 50-50 like extremes. There are no extremes in life. He's
Mm,
not gonna win a quadruple, and neither is gonna be like zero matches won or something like that. It will
mhm.
be maybe somewhere in the middle. But if he's taking us progressing and moving forward, and he's doing better and better and better, and he achieves the targets, yeah, okay. And the targets,
Yeah.
I suppose, is top four. And our as I understand, these owners are really going for it. So okay, they are growing. I have some questions like the way they operate, but they are like doing like they are growing at the job. Eventually, they will grow. So hopefully, they do it faster.
I hope it
As for
works
the
out. Well,
Leicester,
yeah.
as for
Go
the
ahead.
Leicester, I am fine with any manager. To be honest, we'll see when he comes. I'll support everybody.
I hope it
So
works out. I'm going to come back to the panel to you in a bit. We're going to look at what we have lined up on the screen here, but we'll have to switch scenes before we're able to do that. I think Barca made their decision with Hansi Flick, so I have hope of Xavi. I don't think we're considering Xavi, and Xavi I don't think is good enough tactically. Which is why Barca are letting him go. He will get you to play good football and all that, but tactically, when it matters, he falters. He's no different from Pochettino, in my opinion. Given my opinion of Pochettino, my argument of him of why we should have fired him when I made that particular video. I just want Roberto De Zerbi or Hoeneß. Hoeneß isn't leaving Stuttgart. De Zerbi, I don't think I don't think we're talking with him, and we get to that in a bit. And Xavi is crap. Yeah, I agree with that, and I need to laugh about that. He has a good team, and I think tactically he will struggle. As I've said before, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Santiago, I've said hello to you. Enzo, are you kidding? Kim, so you're joking, right? Can somebody confirm that? It's saying Enzo Maresca appointed. You're kidding, right, Enzo? JC, did you see anything like that?
let me check.
And let's see if I see anything like that. I'm quite sure Kim So is joking.
Nah, it's like
Vincent Company to Bayern. Kim So, don't do that to me.
by the way, again for Enzo as well. Like
Uh-huh.
okay, just like McKenna, like small sample size to have. I can say like I've not watched a lot of his games and all that stuff. And same I can say with Enzo. But with Enzo, there is one game which every Chelsea fan has watched is like when they played against us in the FA Cup. And I think Enzo was naive there. Once they equalized, he was going gung ho, all out attack, aggressive. And had he done his homework, Chelsea
Mm,
struggles against low blocks and the teams which pack the midfield and hit on the counter. So being 2-2, going three at the back, just three defenders, and just attacking all out on Chelsea gave the possibility to players like Jackson, who had a run, and then they got in a moment they got a red card, and the game changed. And then in the last injury time, like last 10 minutes, they had to defend because they were one man down. But I think he was tactically a little bit naive there. If he had done like homework on Chelsea and like truly he understood like second half Chelsea will be crap and we were crap. They came back from 2-0 down to 2-2. But once you are 2-2 and you are like 20-30 minutes left, then go back to your solid structure, because Chelsea usually struggled against Pochettino, under Pochettino, against teams who were with solid structure and packed midfield. But he was like went wild on attack with that Leicester team with the quality of Chelsea. I thought that was naive. But that's small sample size. That's just one game.
Mhm. Yeah, let me catch up with you of what we have here. Carlington is saying, and just like that, we have been reduced to a total joke of a club. These owners have destroyed our heritage. I don't believe any of the so-called candidates are better. We need to protest and boycott. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You have every right to join the protest if they stage one, but I can assure you, it won't move a needle, especially now the league isn't on. I don't think they will hear you. They will pretend they've heard you, but I don't think it changes anything. That's just my opinion anyway. But Collington, nice to see you again, and once again, thank you for that donation yesterday. I appreciate you. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go along with people saying hello, exchanging pleasantries there. Chelsea Ultra. Xavi was a great player, but he's not looking a good like a great coach. But the Barca job is a bigger mess than Chelsea. So who knows? I've always said, even before they decided to let him go, I've always said I don't think he's good tactically. And I'm serious about that. Next season, when big trouble, I don't think so. I think we'll be a lot better next season as long as we don't make a lot of changes in terms of signing new players. And we just need a few players here and there, in my opinion. Kieran McKenna gets a nice seal of approval, and I hope he does well. I hope so. It's a huge risk, 50-50. It could go either way, down south or up north. But I hope he goes. I hope he does well, because if he does well, my club does well. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I remember asking coach if we are gonna turn into Harry Potter season 2. He said no. Turned out to be season 2. I wouldn't say it's season 2, and I can beat you in that debate. That's because we finished 6th this season. Where did we finish last season?
Which I
So
will
we
drop
finished-
out because I have to
okay.
go, but I might be back a little bit later because
All
I'm
right,
really
brother.
in
All right,
short
brother.
time.
Whenever you come
So
back.
I just gave you my input. You asked for it.
All
So
right.
I
I
think,
know it's
okay.
weekday, so you're probably still at work. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see anything. Let's keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. McKenna got successive promotions. Yes, he is young and is inexperienced to a point, but he has proved he has a winning mentality. Again, irrespective of that point you just made, it's still a huge risk, no matter how you see it. But that's just my opinion anyway. And that Ganizani Galuzankondo, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. If I butchered it, apologies to you. I think Chelsea will be great with new manager. McKenna looks the real deal. Wow. Okay. Let's see. A lot of confidence. I'm concerned. If I tell you I'm not concerned, I'm lying to you. Hopefully he comes in and does a good job, and I'll take that. But let's just leave it at where we are right now. I need to change scenes because JC is gone. So let's switch to this one right now. Amorim, he won trophies and beat Arsenal in the Europa League. Is that the yardstick right now? How about FVB? AVB won the Portuguese league without losing a single game. What happened when he joined Chelsea? I'm quite sure you're well acquainted with that situation. So all we can hope is just hope that it works out. That's all we can do right now. Both McKenna and Mauricio will crumble in European leagues, just like Brighton, in my opinion. I think if we're arguing why Brighton struggles in Europa League, you could argue it's just down to them not having a good squad depth. Yeah, I think it'd be a solid argument to say Brighton struggled in Europe because they didn't have a good squad there, but that's just my opinion anyway. But Houston, Rain, I know you're not happy. I'm not happy too. In all honesty, I didn't like Pochettino, but I'm not happy the direction we're going in terms of the names being mentioned. But you have to give them a chance. You have to move on. for your own sake, for your mental sake, honestly, no matter how mad you are right now, just you have to support your club. That's the advice I have for you. You know I love you, bro, and I respect you, but you just can't be saying the next manager will fail. For certain, I will take Maresca because of Joe Shields, the goat. I think you said that, and I like him too. Maybe I'm somewhat some. You can say maybe I'm leaning towards Maresca because he's worked under Pep. Maybe that's his stat, and but let's see what happens at Chelsea Ultra. And we have Louis Rivera in the house. Nice to see you again. Jose, people claim he's not progressive, but who wouldn't take Ancelotti either? Ancelotti can mix it up more than Jose Mourinho does. He's never failed except Tottenham because they fired him even before a day before a final. Had they stayed, he could have won them at least one trophy. In all honesty, it's pure Chelsea and defensively a great coach. He is a great coach. I'm just saying, I don't think it will last. Chelsea fans will turn against him. And I have my bro in the house, Mikael. I cannot thank you enough. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. My first ever guest, in the show. Much respect to you. Every time I see you, I smile. The advice you gave me when Chelsea Perspective launched, my first ever guest. Let me just leave it at that. I cannot thank you enough, bro. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to switch scenes here. I wanted to celebrate your presence here, but my soundboard isn't working. So I'm just going to go back to reading your comment. You say from YouTube compilations, for YouTube compilations, I can't pronounce that word correctly. McKenna's Ipswich play high intensive give and go style, bombing forward combined with good finishes up front. I am skeptical how they will adjust off the ball in the Premier League. Excellent question. That's the sort of conversation I'd like us to have here. You ask questions that will get people to think, reason intellectually, because we're here to have a conversation. We're not here to dwell on the past. Irrespective of your opinion of Mauricio Pochettino, he's gone. He's not coming back. And if you're saying anything, whatever happens, I'm sticking with it was by mutual consent, no matter what you say. But Mikhail, most importantly, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Let's see, talking to Kimso here. And my bro, Temidayo Oluwa me. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Big up, coach. Greetings to everyone. Big up to you too. And I can't complain. Nice to see you. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies if I skip any of your comment, but of course, I'm going to read Mikhail's comment there. I also don't believe we'll have the players to play like Ipswich. I think we do. Some exceptions, maybe, and I'm not going to name names here, Ipswich, and we don't have those finishes. And we carved up, and get carved up at will off the ball if we bomb forward too often. Maybe he's smart enough, given what we're hearing. He's smart enough to have won the Manager of the Year in England. And I asked to see again the entirety of the division, not just the championship. I think he'd be smart enough to know he has to make some adjustment to adapt to the Premier League. But we'll find out. It's not him yet. It's just that given what we're seeing, it's looking more like it's definitely going to be him. Big up to you, my bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Hello to you too. Vic, I've said hello to you. There's quite a lot to catch up with. Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Collins is saying, wow, seems like I skipped over your... Did I? I read it. I read one of your comments and then I tagged you for the donation yesterday. I am really disappointed with the direction this club is heading, and it seems like a lot of our fans are delusional and okay with it sad. I don't think some of us are, in all honesty, we're not okay with what's happening, but we can't change it. In all honesty, we just cannot change it. Let's be honest here. McKenna is British. I know. I don't pay attention to nationality. If you're good, you're good. And Kim, so I've told you, I was just saying you phrased it the way I like it, without mentioning nationality. I think that's the best way to do it. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with MCs are usually Irish, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure, really. Okay, Tenaro there, and Colin tonight. I didn't think I missed your comment. Really, I don't think I did. Nicholas Jackson, the bitterest among them. Yep, using emoji to express his disapproval of the manager's departure after Poch's departure. Well, I do hope it's high time the basketball guys seek advice from our Chelsea legends and shun this madness. I hope they do. I'd like what was the name that Bobby was mentioning the other day? He works for England now. The question is whether he'd be willing to come back and join the Chelsea staff. And if you look at some of our most successful managers, he's worked with them. I think he worked with Mourinho. Who else? He worked with Conte. What's his name again? Steve Holland. Yeah, I'd like him if we can get him to be part of this. But I don't think it makes sense to hire McKenna and then call on Steve Holland to come and be his second. I don't think he'd like that. Probably he'd be looking for an opportunity to become a manager himself and have others work under him. New here, my bro Vic is in the house. Brighton and Hove Albion are confident of beating Chelsea to a deal for Kieran McKenna, the Time Sports. Wow. That's why I've been telling people it's not a done deal yet. If anything, we're just going by everything we're seeing out there and believing that certainly he's joining Chelsea. There are some reports suggesting you could say, conflicting reports there. Some are saying that he's accepted to join Chelsea and he's told Ipswich to speak to Chelsea, and Chelsea have also reached out to Ipswich, letting them know of letting them know that we're interested in their current manager, if that makes sense. So sorry, people, I'm going to skip quite a lot, but I'll try to get a few. And my bro, even though I don't like you, why did they look at Steve Holland? Why didn't they look at Steve Holland then? I hate this board. Yeah, they should have looked at him. I think he's gathered enough experience that if they give him an opportunity, he'd do well. I like Steve Holland. You can say there's hardly a manager that's come to Chelsea and done well that he wasn't part of the run to us winning some of the trophies we've won, some of the biggest trophies we've won actually. But I don't think he would want to be anybody's number two as a Chelsea manager. I'm not gonna say I hate them. I don't know why. Maybe they reached out, we didn't know. Xavi isn't happening. So I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. Apologies if I skipped any of your comments there. I'll try to get your subsequent contribution. That's great. Just having a good conversation there. And Wally, what they're saying, I don't want him either. Tactically, I think he sucks. The target is top four: win Europe and win the World Club Cup. McKenna and getting any of those. Don't start adjusting the ambitions now. Kirsten, that is your opinion. There's no saying he cannot do it. And I'm quite sure you agree there's a first for everything. And I'm going to reiterate what I've said before, say it again. It's a huge risk. This could turn out to be the worst decision ever in the history of the football club. It could turn out to be the best. All we can do is just hope for the best and support our club. Even if you hire Conte, bring Conte back, it carries some risk, irrespective of his repertoire or reputation, if that's the language you prefer, as a manager, he still carries some risk, whoever you hire. But that's a small opinion anyway, but I get your point there. Greetings to you too. I hope you're doing well. The issue is, will these managers be able to stand the pressure that comes with managing a club like Chelsea? It depends on the individual. People deal with pressure differently. It depends. We don't know. Again, for him to have you can led the team to promotion 2 divisions, I think that's not easy. But that's no guarantee he does well. That's no guarantee that he'd do well in the Premier League. It's just my opinion. McKenna is a good manager. Just if he joins Chelsea now, it could make or break his career. The risk is always there. Risk is always there. I hope who they decide to hire, I hope it works out for my club. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, I will miss quite a lot of your comments there. I gave Poch a chance from start, but then no. I gave him a chance. I defended him a lot and then gave up at one time. But let's see what else we have here. This club will not. No, you will survive. You go survive. I know go die too. I go survive. Stay strong, bro. You go survive. I beg. I beg. No, 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 let them kill you. I beg. Let's see. What do you mean? Have him. Give him a chance. He didn't utilize it, Dante. Didn't we all agree and have an understanding that this was gonna be a startup development plan for everyone? Wow. Let's see. Okay. Apologies, people, but I'm gonna say hello to Rich Amodi Mekos. Nice to see you. If Chelsea, let me highlight that. Nice to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well. If Chelsea don't finish a fourth, at least next season, Bolly and Co must leave with immediate effect. That's wishful thinking, That ain't happening. That's wishful thinking. The reaction, yes, something. I thought about I thought about something yesterday when the reaction from people after the departure of Mauricio Pochettino, beyond my questioning of how they're just judging the manager's performance by the results of the last 5 games. I was wondering what was people's reaction like when Jose Mourinho was fired. His first stint, his first stint at Chelsea, as Chelsea manager. I was wondering how that was like. I wasn't on Twitter at the time, and I'd like to see that. I'm trying to dig it up, but I will try to dig them up to see how people reacted at the time. And I'm quite sure what followed next. We won trophies even after he left, and I'm quite sure people enjoyed the winning of those trophies. So it's not like it's the end of the world. Do I think it's the best decision right now? I'd say no, given the options we have. But it's not the end of the world. It could turn out to be the best decision they've ever made. But nice to see you, Rich Money Makers. This is saying you weren't expecting Bosch to win the league and do the unimaginable with the crop of young and new players, despite having a development, a prospect, and plus the injuries and all that. Irrespective of your opinion of Mauricio Pochettino, there are factors that didn't help matters. The next Chelsea manager will definitely inherit a team. Yeah, you can say you can say his job will be not a lot easier, at least a bit easier, given that the team is more rehearsed right now. Mark James, good afternoon to you too. It's my pleasure to join. Thank you. Join our educative show this afternoon from my end in Liberia, my West African bro. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Please enjoy yourself, feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. Your opinion matters. Whether you think Bolly should be jailed is your opinion. Just no name calling. That's what we don't like here. I don't like the Zervi. I don't like him either for multitude of reasons. So right now, people, apologies even to the H gang or maybe the OGs here. I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom in a bit. Let's see. Let's be honest. No one 2 weeks back said we should be hiring McKenna from Ipswich. He could be good. Yeah, it's 50-50. I'd rather take no risks. Zidane with Pintus and Clement back for me. If not that, Inzaghi. Yeah, but we're not looking at those managers you mentioned. But nice to see you again, Naku. I hope you're doing well. Mourinho is going to Fenerbahce away. A lot of money. But let's see. Yep, I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, even to the OGs in the house and those of you who've joined and I haven't said hello to you. There are thousands of comments there, and apologies, I just cannot get them all of them. And GFC Gavin is in the house. Nice to see you, bro. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. You know what to do. Coach is moving like Chelsea, scrolling to the bottom. I have to because I'm not a machine. And Constantine Dante, he's not trained to be the producer here, so I'm doing everything myself. I'm switching screens, also highlighting the comments and reading them. I am not a machine. I'm high in coffee, energetic, but beyond that, still multitasking isn't easy. Thank you. I appreciate you all for finding the time to join. Hiring McKenna is 50-50. Have we learned anything for 2 years? I don't have to see our situation the way you see it. Yeah. And irrespective of what has happened to in the 2 years that they've been the owners of the club, I'm quite sure you're talking about the owners. That doesn't mean that hiring McKenna certainly will lead to us failing as a club. That is my opinion. So you cannot for certain say, because you haven't seen what you consider progress in 2 years, that you think definitely hiring McKenna will be a mistake. No, that's just your opinion. And I'm entitled to mine. I think it's 50-50. And I think there are some people, when you speak to them, that tell you certainly McKenna would do well. I don't think certainly he'd do well. I think it could be the worst decision ever that the new owners will end up making, or it could be the best decision ever. So I'm not sure where you're going with the 2 years. I'm quite sure, definitely, I'm seeing your comments on X and in the chat there. You're referencing the ownership and the project. You're not too specific there, but probably you mean it hasn't worked. So I'm gonna move on from that. But for me, I think it's 50-50. Yeah, and it's my opinion. You're entitled to say it's 0-50. It's 0 to 100, which means 100% is gonna fail, and it's 0% to succeed. It's your opinion, but I'm entitled to tell you I think it could work. No worries. I can't complain. I'm doing well. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Can you just get to the bottom already, coach? Who do you think should take over? Heston, I don't know the managers that well. I'm just going by what I've seen so far and cannot tell you for certain that's who I want to take over. I'm just hoping for the best for the club. Coachella and the bottom. I don't like you, man. Just go away. I seriously don't like you. You and the bottom too. Look at your dirty mind. Look at you. Look at what you're saying there. Who? Oh God, I'm in tears. I can't. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm serious. Just give me 1 second. I need to get something fixed here. Gosh, I'm dying here. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. I need to fix something. I need to use this window since I'm the lone panelist here. So let's go with that one. I think it works. Yeah, I wanted to laugh at that one here. Yep, this one deserves a laughter. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Where did I stop? I'm dying. You on the bottom too, Chelsea, all the way. I haven't seen you in a while. I've been looking for you since Kukurea started playing games week in, week out, and turned out to be one of our best players. But I didn't see you anywhere. I know you're a big supporter of Kukurea. You believed in him too, and didn't give up. But nice to see you. Where have you been, bro? I hope you're doing well. Please leave me alone. I have to be serious. We haven't even read items we have lined up here. I'm crying. Please, can you please stop? Don't do this to me again. Coach, if you ask me, hiring McKenna is 75-25, leaning towards success. Wow. And it's your opinion too. So I don't know whether it's okay to come and say that it's not 50-50, probably meaning not saying it. I'm just saying the quiet part, the part that Bobby Fairview didn't say. I think probably he believes it won't work. It's as simple as that. Leave McKenna alone. Yeah, we should just leave him alone. We don't change anything there. Let's see what else we have. And I am being cautious. But this is what I give to all candidates we're hiring. Oh, so okay, bye-bye now. The fact that the owners haven't approached Zidane yet is actually mind-blowing to me. Your opinion. I just want to support my club right now because I can't change anything. Coach has taken somebody else. I can't lie. He'd be lucky if he lasts this season. Coach going the other way to Ipswich. Here we go. Just go away. I'm not gonna talk to you. You know what? Let's play ball and enjoy ourselves on the pitch. Yep, every match and get better. I think we will get there. When, I don't know. 50-50 is a bad position to be going into their third year, but we should see. That's just that. Nobody can tell. It could turn out to be 99-1, leading to a success. You don't know. But I like the way you present your argument there. I like people that present their argument and not sounding as if every other person is talking bookcraft. You're not serious, man. Just go away. I don't like you. Just go away. Ipswich is not far from London. Okay, so it's not going to take them much to get there. The best thing that we can do as fans to stop this crowd show is to boycott the club. You live in Canada. I don't mean to come across as I'm insulting you. What will your boycotts do? Let me just ask you that specific question. I hope it doesn't come across as personal to you, because I know your comment can bite to those that sometimes you use words that can get people that are not thick-skinned to cry. Not me, you know that. Boycotting the club, I don't think it will happen. I don't think anybody boycotts the club because they hire a manager. The only thing people can do is wait and see how well McKenna does. And the protest they're planning right now, to me, is useless. It won't move a needle. If anything, the owners will say, okay, they don't like him. The owners will say, okay, it looks like the fans don't like him. But it will not move a needle. And if McKenna starts the season well, everything changes. After all, 3-4 months ago, we had a poll up asking people whether they want Poch out or in. 78% at the time want him out. And in Poch's case, we've been struggling all season, except when we play one of the top 6 sides. And we've only performed consistently when we got to the end of the season, last 5-6 games or so. And with with that performance, how we finished the season, we had the poll up, and the case turned around. 78% wants him to stay. So it's about result. It's a result-driven business. If McKenna comes in, as much as I believe it's a huge risk, and I'm concerned. If he starts winning, that's it. Winning means he's speaking the language the fans understand. That's it. So I'm not sure the fans will stop anything. The protests I'm seeing, what are you protesting? That the club wants to hire a certain manager and you're protesting against that. I'm not part of it. Fans will always be fans, but I'm not joining that particular protest. That's just me. If I live in the UK and I live close to the bridge, I'm not joining that protest. That's just my opinion anyway. Leicester City will be docked points this season for breach of FFP. Yeah, I've seen that too. I think I read that a month ago. So I'm going to scroll to the very, very bottom, but I haven't chose. Let's see. Coach, just no, I'm not rude. If you think I'm rude, have you seen Bobby Fairview speak? He's calling people CUNT on X. He's calling people idiots on X and all that. No, I'm quite sure he knows. If he takes that personal, I apologize, but I'm quite sure he's not going to take that personal because he's thick-skinned. Yeah. So, but that's just me telling him something. Who is more powerful at Chelsea? Todd Boehly or Igbali? I think we're learning it's Igbali now. A lot of people are learning it's Igbali. So Todd Boehly, people have just been mentioning his name because probably he led the interest of the consortium at the time to purchase Chelsea, and he was the one that brought Igbali and the others in. So that's why people, you can say he's usually the first person to mention if anything goes wrong or goes right. When we signed Enzo, it was always Igbali. At most, we heard at the time was Boehly and Igbali at the time. Even hashtags, you try to type Igbali that time as hashtag, nothing comes up. But if you type Boehly, it comes up with thousands of channels using it. But now I think people are starting to learn that that's the case. Boycotting the club wouldn't do anything. It did nothing for West Ham, Newcastle United. But people don't learn. It's as simple as that, Coach. Yes. Those boycotting should give up the season ticket and never come close to Stamford Bridge. That's my opinion. They can protest all they want, but it doesn't change anything. You have to express your disapproval of the club going up for a particular manager, I don't think it makes sense to plan a boycott. Do you really love the club? Sometimes it just comes across as if some people want the club to falter so they can say, "You see, I told you I was right." That's just my opinion anyway. Let's see what else we have here. A funny thing is, we will debate opinion for all we can, and the board will just snap their fingers, shrugging off all suggestions and criticisms, and get just what fits their agenda and desire. Wow, that's a delicious comment, and I give you credit for that. I freaking hate you, and you know that. I freaking hate you. You know that. I'm not talking to you again. Keep dropping the likes on the show, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We want Poch out. Somebody please type exclamation mark ID crisis. We want Poch out for a better manager, not worse. Yeah, that's why I've been concerned. But beyond that, I have to look beyond my concerns and start dissecting and analyzing the situation and try to make sense whether it will work or not. And not dwell on the fact, they fired the manager or not. So I'm going to go to the very bottom and we can start addressing what we have. Our generation is not patient. Something new. Coach, please stop. You must stop. What did they do? You said stop and leave me alone. Is there anything better replacement the Poch out boss? I think chances are 2 weeks into the coming season, we'll start seeing McKenna out or anybody else out. All he needs is a small window of opportunity to tap in. You can press discover how much club merchandise is sold overseas. I'm quite sure you cannot successfully organize a boycott in terms of sales of merchandise to an extent that the club will look back and say, we made a mistake, we're not selling merchandise, they're boycotting that. I'm quite sure. You figure it out. You're the one that asking the question, figure it out. For instance, when we had Pulisic, he sold more shirts, I think more shirts than Cristiano Ronaldo in the United States, or maybe he's just second to Messi. I can't quite remember. I've been buying for 30 years. Yeah, you bought more than me. Now I'm done. And every international fan, no, you cannot get them to do that. Every international fan, they will not. They will not. That's the thing. It's you. You have every right to protest by not buying merchandise from the club. And it's your right. You're a fan. You're entitled to your opinion. But others will not do because you're doing. And I'm quite sure you cannot. Except if the club, we hear that the club sponsors genocide somewhere and you tell the world to boycott them and then people will listen to you. But if it's done because of the manager or the ownership, I don't think so. It's not going to work. But that's just my opinion anyway, bro. Respect, and I'm happy you're not taking anything personal. We're here to have a conversation. Coach doesn't know how to... I'm not talking to you again. Somebody type exclamation mark ID crisis, please. Somebody do that. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We have 68 likes. Let's see if we can get it to 100 likes, please. Let's make it happen. And in total, we have 125 people watching, 9 of those people on YouTube. But I'm quite sure we can do much, much better than that. And Tip is saying, I'm against the boycott, really. Yeah, tell me about that. A lot of Africans will be against it. But yes, then I have to say this. But the truth remains, a lot of African brothers, the merch they buy is usually bootlegged merchandise. I don't, just leave me alone, man. I have a show to host. Just go away. That is a good news, bad news owner. Neither cold, neither hot, but lukewarm. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. And Shafudinho, nice to see you. Big up to you too. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. let's say he's saying okay, just my bro here, your comment, what does he say? He's saying plus Poch parted ways mutually. Who's to say he didn't want to leave? Yeah, chances are he's the one that wanted to leave. But I'm quite sure if it turns out he was the one that asked to leave, you'd see people argue that yeah, he rejected the mess. And I tell you, if you tell me that, I tell you, he couldn't stand the pressure of being Chelsea manager. If you tell me he rejected the mess, the club has faltered. And if the fans spoke up 2 years ago, the fans have been speaking up for how long now? Did it change anything? Spoke up in what way? But I get your opinion. I love you too, bro. It's all love. You know that. But let's see what else you have here. Chelsea all the way saying it seems the owners haven't learned from the Potter effect. Chelsea Football Club is different beast to manage. Yeah. And his thing, yeah, in terms of the pressure, and I'm going to say this quickly. In terms of the one lesson they learned from Potter certainly is not to give manager a 1,000-year contract. They're not gonna ever do that again. Man, I love me this new coffee brand. It's good. Mm. But it's finished. I make good coffee, by the way. So yeah, but they learned one lesson: they don't give managers long-term contracts again. If every protester in history took the attitude that they couldn't achieve change, it depends. Then change will never happen. It depends. We need to stop cheerleading the destruction of the club. I wouldn't call it the destruction of the club. They've made mistake, yes. They've made mistakes, not just one, multiple mistakes. But I'm not going to go to the extent and say they're destroying the club. It's my opinion. The protest boycott isn't just the coach, but the direction of the club. I understand all of those apart. By the report, the club wants a coach who would do as they say. I think when you highlighted that, when you brought up that particular report the other day, I think it's broad. And actually, Chelsea have corrected that. I think there's a subsequent report that talked about how the club said that report is absolute horse dung. Yeah. So I get it. And that report, it was so broad that it was, you can say, open to interpretation. And some people read it and believe they're looking for somebody that would just do everything they want. No, I don't think that's the case. But that's just my opinion, Vic. Much love to you, brother. The amity process starts this way: protest, owner ignoring boycott, owner turn club upside down, more boycott, owners turn the club to second to second Brighton, decreasing in global fans. 10 years later, owner sells club. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I think we will do much better than we did this year next season, but that's just my opinion anyway. And Bobby saying, Kuchila, go read about what just happened to Bud Light. I think it's different. I think it's different. But yes, then I understand. I know. This is one also, but I don't want to. If I talk about that particular brand, I think it will lead to me speaking about talking about politics, and I don't want that to happen. Look what's happening to Loblaws in Canada. We need to boycott now. Okay, oh yeah, maybe get those that are interested to go ahead, start it off. You're going to hell. I like you, but you're definitely going there. Honestly, after losing 0-5 to Arsenal, fans got the rope ready for Poch 5 games later. Yeah, a lot of fans are like that, and that's what's confusing me the most. Do you add good sugar, Coach? No, I use honey. I don't use sugar in my coffee. Since I got married in 2014, I only use sugar if we go out, like in an occasion where they don't have honey. And then I have to actually tell my wife, can I use this? And she say yes, and I'll do it. And it's good. I think it makes a huge difference if you don't use sugar, processed sugar especially. Yeah, I do that, and it's good. Yeah. Okay, that's it, people. I'm done. I'm scrolling to the very bottom. Let's address the items we have here. So, which means I have to switch the the scene here. Let's use this one. We'll start looking at the items one by one. The first item here I think that rules out the possibility of Deservi becoming our next manager. Rich Moneymakers is not in the house today. And I wanted to do a command for Kimso, who told us he's looking for a girlfriend, and to remind him that he has to tell us whenever he finds one. That's because he cannot tell us he's looking for one and don't tell us when he finds one. So this here by exclusive Courtney who? Okay, caught offside. Pat on, I think Mauricio, what's his name? Fabrizio Romano is a part owner of caught offside. I think so. I'm not too certain. This says that Deservi would love to work in the Premier League again as he's linked with Manchester United, but he hasn't spoken with Chelsea. Yep, and then trying to sell me 1 month free subscription. He's not in the house right now. No. Yeah, patient dogs no longer eat the fattest bones. Yeah, unfortunately, till we'll find the right manager, we keep going. Yeah, it has happened. Let's see. So let's go to the next item we have lined up here. And this one here, Bayern board feels that Vincent Company has huge potential to become a top coach, trusting his vision and ideas. So, which means I think there's a lot to managers. There's a lot to managers beyond what they've won. Sometimes you give people opportunities, and I'm going to say this: I'm concerned, seriously concerned. And Roger will tell you that I've always told him that I'm definitely sure that the next man the club will hire will be an elite manager. And I'm quite sure a lot of you will remember that I did say that. But yeah, now look what the options we're looking at. That's not me saying they're bad, but it's a huge risk, more risk than when you hire an elite manager or a manager that's been there, seen it all, and won it all. Whoever you hire carries some measure of risk. But hiring McKenna or even Enzo Maresca carries a huge risk. But look at Bayern. Look at Bayern. And what, Kimsa, are you saying never? I'm going to finish that command. You have to tell us. If you find a girlfriend, you must tell us you told us you were looking for one. I'll finish that command and give people the command secret so that they will always trigger it whenever you're there. And I need to create one command for Fairview that's going to be very funny. So Bayern are giving them a chance. And had this been Chelsea, the argument would be, why are we giving the manager to just got the team relegated a chance? A chance. People wouldn't even consider the fact that would have been a miracle had they been able to. You could say had Burnley not been relegated, he was ill-equipped. But Bayern, they're looking beyond that. Yeah, and the truth remains, no matter how bad a manager is, if you have a good squad, they do well to a certain extent. But if you're at least capable to a considerable measure, you do well with a good squad. My opinion, anyway. So that counts him out. We were never interested in him. This time, maybe. But when we were looking at what's his name, Graham Potter, he was one of those being mentioned at the time in the media. We have how many people watching in total? 115 people watching, 61 people on YouTube, and 69 likes. We can do much, much better than 69 likes. People keep smashing that like button. The likes to go along and quickly. I don't think I've done that today. For those of you that are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat, just know that we appreciate you. That's because you watching alone does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the stream for us. The likes do go a long way. And quickly, I want to say this. I promised you guys that we're going to celebrate the birth of my daughter. We'll still do that, not today. I want to plan how much giveaway I want to do for that. Because yeah, I'm still enjoying that. I'm happy. All the Poch outers, hope you're all happy when they signed Potter 2.0 and it gets more worse than last season. You all wanted this. Poch was bad, but he's much better than the names were linked with. It's a solid argument. Chances are it will be a huge mistake. Chances are it will turn out to be a good decision, in my opinion. Kim, so make sure. Let's see what I have here. Rain, nice to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I said hello to you before, Rain. You and I had a bit of fight, a bit of back and forth. Rich is meeting with the board members, and he's gonna come back here, be screaming, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Let's see. I'm not highlighting that particular comment by the Bluetooth again. If Bayern are all geared up to hiring company, who says that Chelsea will not consider Coachella soon? Just go away, and I thought you were my brother. That's the market right now. You could argue there are other options. They could have gone for Mauricio Pochettino, knowing that he's left Chelsea. What does that tell you? Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Bayern, before they started discussing with Vincent Company's camp, they knew Pochettino that probably they knew his left Chelsea. He had left Chelsea. Why didn't they go for him? And I think who was that told me the Bayern will probably come for him? I don't know, but it could still happen. But Kishan, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show, Coach. So many managers turned down Bayern as soon as Alonso announced he's staying another year. Yeah, that may well have been the case. If company and I think they tried to get Hansi Flick back. He said no because he was bent on getting, his focus was to get the Barcelona job. Yeah, and it looks like it's going to happen. If company does better than Tuchel and Bayern, then what will you all say? Then yeah, then it's well, I don't know what I'm going to say. Let it happen first. It's a different league. But my point is that they're looking beyond what managers want. They see what he's trying to do and probably realize that he's ill-equipped and believes that he would do better with Bayern Munich. Can we just let AI take over? At least AI won't be noticed. Wow, that's a comment. Coach, you said Xavi sucks. Yeah, I'm going to say tactically he sucks. He can get us to play beautiful football. A lot of people will like it, but beyond that, when it matters against the tactically astute managers, I think he'd struggle. What about Poch? You're not doing. Just get the heck away from me. I'm not talking to you. Just go away from me. Just leave me alone and go away. Don't talk to me again. So let's move on to the next item we have lined up. We have a few minutes to line up to discuss a few items lined up to still discuss. I'm not going to be staying too long. It was a marathon stream yesterday, and thank you to Jerry Z also. So let me see. I think it was his command is JZ. I think so. Go check out Jerry Z's YouTube channel. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Excellent content there. I've been there. Kalito have been there. Bobby also has been there. And you will enjoy them. Believe me, go and check it out. Go away. Leave me alone, Dante. Just leave me alone. Guys, one question. Who paid $4 million for Roberto? I don't know. That was why somebody said in the chat yesterday that Roberto De Zerbi to Chelsea is the worst kept secret. And I don't know whether to believe that or not, but we'll see. And I have my bro in the house from the Blue Clouds Media. Nice to see you. Zion, big up to you, brother. He says, good morning. Good morning to you too, bro. I hope you're doing well. No, I'm not saying it. Go away. Just leave me alone. I am home early today, brother. Nice to see you, bro. Thank you. Welcome back home. I'm guessing from school because I know you started school again. I'm not saying it. Just go away. Let me promote my bro's channel, BCM. I think that's the correct one. And I have Jerry Z. Where's the link? I did the command. Yep, here. This says, please support Jerry Z's channel's growth. Jerry Z's channel's growth by liking and subscribing. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. There are a lot of delicious, lengthy videos there to watch, but as lengthy as they are, believe me, you'll be gripped. All gripping and important topics aligned with the situation we're facing right now at Chelsea. Good morning to you too, bro. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see anything else here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And yes, please, big up me. People go and subscribe to my bro's YouTube channel. Blue Clouds TV. Let's help him get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves that. Streams every day. And you should go check it out. Believe me, you're not going to regret it. JC goes there. Constantine Dante there. A lot of people here, you do see them there. So let's go and help him get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. I cannot thank you enough. Let's see. Yep, people saying big up to Nee there. You say it yourself that, yeah, let him say it. I'm not talking to him. And a lot of people saying hello to Nee. So we'll move on to the next item we have here. So this one in particular, this highlighted item here, which says Barcelona are pushing in contact with Hansi Flick. He's been waiting for Barcelona option as his favorite one for months, and that was why I said he said no to a possible return to Bayern because he wanted this job, and I think he'd do well there. Flick never in talks with Chelsea, yep, and fully focused on Barcelona option if Xavi will leave the club. He's the main option for President Laporta. The Barcelona president. So I think he's going to end up going to Barca because Barca, they don't trust Xavi either. They don't trust him, in my opinion, but we'll see what happens. Any manager you are interested in on the short list? Me, right now, none. But who am I to blow against the wind? I'm just hoping, I'm praying that they make make the right decision, so we don't experience the sort of roller coaster season we experience this season. Sorry, I can't talk right now. So none. Sack. No, he walked. Mutual consent said, yeah, and I'd say if anything, he couldn't stand the pressure of being Chelsea manager. That's how I'm going to keep saying it until maybe we'll hear from him. And we see him in the video interview saying this A, B, C, D happened. That was why he left Chelsea. If that doesn't happen, I'm not going to do that. I don't think this next matter concerns us, coach. That man never wanted this to be here. I think you could say that. I think it was Vic that said he's acting as if he wasn't feeling the love and probably decided to leave. That may well be the case. Yes, people, we have a total of 114 people watching and 53 on YouTube, but 73 likes. I think we should be doing way, way better than that. So please, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yep, the coffee is wearing out, and I'm getting tired, I have to be honest. Great to see you too, my bro. Much love. CFC Dante also saying CFC Dante. Don't call Dante your bro. I'm your only bro here. I'm just kidding anyway. Dante is a nice guy, and I think he likes coming to your channel, so I appreciate that too. The next item we have lined up here talks about, okay, there you go. On Kieran McKenna, he's refined. Kieran McKenna is calm. Kieran McKenna is a master tactician. Wow. Some comment. He can become an elite manager. Agreeing that, yeah, he still has a long way to go. It was recognized at the League Manager Awards. Is that what that stands for? LMA? What does it stand for? On Tuesday night, when he won the Manager of the Year award, beating Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta. Irrespective of what you think of him, that is something to pay attention to. That's not saying because he won the award that certainly he's going to be fighting an all-cylinder and all-sitting. Chances are, with 3 games into the season, 24-25, we'll find out what a mistake it is to have hired him. Chances are he fires on all cylinders. But it's important, just give him credit. Whether you think he will falter or whether you think he'll do well, give him credit, actually. That's not easy, in my opinion. I'm concerned still, even after seeing this. I'm still concerned because I was too sure. And I told Roger I'm certain that if the club decide to part ways with Mauricio Pochettino, that they'd go for an elite manager. It turns out I was dead wrong. The press is starting to walk. Let's see. You think? I'm not. Nee is my bro, and you know that. Red is just having a laugh. Yep, Dante is everybody's bro. I was kidding anyway. Let's see what else we have here. The board threw a small screen with a short list of championship managers, so we will burst into tears of joy when De Zerbi is announced. It looks like you like De Zerbi. I don't like him. I don't like De Zerbi. And he set the stage for a toxic sort of relationship with Chelsea fans by saying he doesn't play to win, he just plays to enjoy himself. I think that's dangerous. Chances are that may well be the case, but we'll find out. I don't know. And Siaka is saying, please drop a like on the video, people. 75 likes. We should be doing much better than 75 likes because, yeah, we have a lot more viewers today. At one point, it was 80 plus, 90 plus on YouTube. Coach, I'm also a master tactician. Yeah, exactly. Everybody is one. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, irrespective of that, I'm just saying it's still a risk and I'm still concerned. I'm not happy the way it's going, but I can't change it. So I'll just stick to my job to supporting my club. If that makes sense. Isn't it an issue since McKenna is a Man United fan and his footballing days were with Tottenham? That's an issue too with Chelsea fans. So, but here's the thing. I'm going to take you back to saying football is a result-driven business, right? If he comes in and starts winning, people will support him irrespective of the club he played for during his playing days or whatever club he's managed before. It just doesn't matter anymore. Just like a lot of people started praising Mauricio Pochettino and wanted him to stay just because we won 5 games. And that's not me saying he doesn't deserve to stay. I'm just saying there are other reasons, better argument, like us averaging 7-8 players per game throughout the season, and the fact that we have an entirely new squad and also a very inexperienced squad. I will listen to that. But if people start saying, look where he got us into top 6, I'd say, shut up. You can't just judge by 5 games or 6 games alone. Okay, brother, I respect that. I'm only one brother, which is you. Okay, I get that. Please stop being just. It's all love, bro. It's all love. I appreciate you. Coach, me too, a master tactician. I think we should all go with that one. Well, all tacticians, yeah. Yeah, that's the truth. People should be careful not to pep up a manager's name. The chances are he doesn't get selected. Yeah, it hasn't happened actually. So I agree with you. Ren is saying I am young and inexperienced. I want to be next Chelsea manager. Ren, you're killing me today. But I enjoyed our little fight there. I keep the great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. We still have 60 people watching, but with just 75 likes, I think we can do way better than 75 likes. So people keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And I'm going to announce this. I will be paying attention. We will be paying attention to what's going on. And as if we see that anything will happen, we'll do an emergency stream just like we did the other day. Yeah, it's a huge risk. But also how you find the next one. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. I think the biggest problem with Chelsea fans is that we've not been into finding the next manager. And when we tried it, it didn't really work out. But you could argue Frank Lampard, he had issues, but still got us into Europe at the time. But right now, if you ask me, I'd say he's better off finding a storefront in the cow market, for lack of a better language there. Apologies for that. It can go either way. Yep, it could turn out to be a huge mistake. It could turn out to be a good decision. Today, I'm not too sure, really. So let's move on to the next item we have lined up. We've talked about this. Kieran McKenna embodies the blueprint of a coach that Chelsea hierarchy want to lead the Blues forward. The club is determined to bring in a young, talented head coach who can grow with the club and develop a lengthy career. I'm not sure what to make of this particular report. I can be analytical with this one. I'm not sure what to make of it. It was a Poch Ains Tears, the collective stream coach. Nobody else was in an emergency stream. McKenna is a master tactician, and Potter was a master magician. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Let's see. You guys are definitely going to that place, and I'm quite sure. I'm not joking, really. Approach was okay. I'm gonna move on to that. Give me a second here. Let's see what I have here. This is I wanted to expand the picture there. Okay, we need to be seeing what I'm highlighting. So we're gonna go back to this. Yep. So let's go to the next item here. This particular item here, Chelsea have notified Ipswich notified Ipswich of their interest in Kieran McKenna. And if you're there, if you've seen anything new emerge that we haven't talked about, please do let me know. Because I'm doing this alone today. And thanks to Aiden Love for Blue for all the update that he sent me. It's made the stream easy so far. Kieran McKenna has given Chelsea the green light. He is understood to be keen on the job. So, who was it in the chat that said something to the effect of Nottingham Forest not interested in letting him go? So, if we're to believe this, I don't know who Nick Purewal is. That Purewal? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. His last name. Apologies if I'm butchering that name. So it's difficult to say what's happening. Chances are Ipswich are uninterested in letting him go and probably pay him more or get him to put pen to paper for a new contract. Chances are they'd let him go. So we can't say for certain that he'd be our next manager. But given what we're seeing, we're speaking with confidence that he most definitely will be our next manager. And some people will tell you it's definitely deserving. So that may well be the case. Let's see what we have here. Potter still hired 3 years to go. He's coming. You're certain it's gonna be McKenna. Okay, let's see what happens there. Chelsea settled on 4-man short lease to succeed Pochettino. No clear favorite yet as club walk through names. The interest in Hornets. Sebastian, I thought Sebastian said he doesn't want to leave Stuttgart, and Michel now dropped. But let's see what happens there. Breaking news, breaking news, a high-profile mystery name is under consideration at Chelsea at Sky. What? Just the same thing they did last time. So I'm not sure whether to believe that. Okay, the next item here, where are we? We're here and this one here. Let's see if they have anything new there. This year, okay, McKenna's Ipswich in the championship last season. They scored 92 goals in total. They ended the season the top scorers. Chances created, third number. They came third in that category. 556 chances in total created. Points won from losing positions, 32 positions, and they're first. Wow! So you could argue they're comeback kings. Set piece chances, excluding assists, 76, the number one. Goals from set piece, 19 goals in total, they're second. Not bad. Not bad, really. Yeah, that's key, really. That's key. Yeah, so they don't sulk if they concede force. They still come back and win games. So that's why I said, that comes across as if they're comeback kings. So with that, we have a few minutes to round off. If you have any questions, to drop into the chat, and I'll try the best I can to address your questions. If I cannot, I will pretend I don't see it, and I'm not playing. If I see any questions there that I feel like I cannot address, I'll just act as if I don't see it and move on. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with 76 likes. It doesn't look like we'll get to 100 likes today, and we're gonna stop very soon. We streamed for 6 hours yesterday. It was a marathon stream. People were having fun, more like what we call on Chelsea Perspective a convo show, more conversational conversation between the panelists. But you could just listen. They're not going to get your comments because no one was producing or highlighting comments at the time. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 77 likes. Let's try and get it to at least 80 likes. That will work for us. And if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. Ooh, what did I do here? And I'll try to address it. I nearly ended the show. Clicked on the wrong scene window. Pardon me. Excuse me. So let me see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. 77 likes. Let's get it to at least 80 likes. That's from Anthony Stark saying owners are so keen to turn CFC to a Chelsea Town FC or Chelsea Hove FC Or Chelsea for the FC, I think will be good. I'm not too concerned. We'll do better next season. But let's see what happens. Well, we'll be on soon, coach. Just doing something else as well. So if you can come on, maybe if anybody else joins you on the panel, you can keep having conversations just like yesterday and be paying attention to what's going on. So if the news comes out that they've hired a manager, yeah, people watching will be the first to hear it here. Okay. None asked. Let's say it's Enzo, Maresca, McKenna, Thomas Frank, and a mystery manager on the final short list. They are saying, honestly, I don't know if I trust Thomas Frank, but that's just my opinion anyway. I just want my club to do well. I hope they make the right decision. Can the final one be Barcelona manager? Who? Xavi? Do you like Xavi? That's a possibility. Chances are they like him, but I don't trust him tactically. My opinion. After success, mystery name is Flick. Flick? Is he? Do they have him as a contingent option in case he doesn't join Barcelona? But we've addressed one of the reports we have lined up here that clearly states that he hasn't held talks with Chelsea, and his focus is to join Barcelona. And Laporta, the Barcelona president, wants him. So I'm not sure what to make of that. If you're in the chat and if you have any questions, drop in the chat and I'll try to address it. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And I think maybe we still have a few minutes. There are things I want to try out that this system, some fun stuff that this system offers that I'm not sure how it works. So let me see if we can just give some of them a shot and see what we can do with them. What is it we have here? I'm going to try a poll. Let me see how the poll works. I'm not sure. Maybe Xavi, but here's still Rain. I'm going to tell you this. I don't trust Xavi tactically. I don't. But that's just my opinion anyway. Let me see. We have these notes. We have this one. So if I click on this, I'm not sure how this works, but let me just give it a shot and see. And if it doesn't work, I'll take it out. Oh, did you ask a question and I missed it? Can you ask the question again? Nee, apologies if you asked the question and I missed it. Can you please ask the question again? So I'm not gonna. No, I'm not using this. Nope, I'm not using this. It's just gonna screw up everything we're doing right now. So I may have to practice when the show isn't on. Let me see, Nee. Did you ask a question and I didn't see it? I think you might have. I think we might have a manager before weekend. Yeah, we were told that it was they wanted to be announced in days, and I wanted to take too long. Mourinho, nope, I don't think so. He can't work with them. I think Mourinho in the next day we decide to leave. Another hijacking coming from Barcelona. Hijack? I'm not sure. Nee, did I miss your question? Can you go ahead and put it back on if I missed your question? Let's see. Just a perspective, any more babies coming out the way? Please let me know. None. I'm hanging the boots. Yeah, I'm hanging the boots. I'm not doing that again. No, we're done. Yep, and thank goodness we have a girl now, 3 boys, 3 girls. That's it. I'm done. Nah, bro, I'm not doing that again. It's not easy. Nobody knows really. Let's see. The mystery name is it's a mystery. Yeah, that's what it is. Owners be like, oh no, the fans protesting. Quick, my okay. Give me a proper elite name to add to the list. Maybe Xavi. It's a possibility. I don't know, but I don't think Xavi is good enough. Yeah, I've answered your question there. Like I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm quitting. I'm hanging my boot there. Flick never in talks with Chelsea. Yeah, we've talked about that, and fully focused on the Barca option. If Xavi leaves the club, he's the main option for President Laporta. Yeah, Xavi sucks, honestly. That's how I say. I don't think he's good tactically. He will get us to play good football, but what happens if we what happens if he meets a tactically astute manager? I think he'd struggle. Yeah, let's see. Anything else? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We'll be rounding off in a few minutes. I want to try something while the show is still on, but I'm gonna check if anything new has emerged. Flick he attends games more than he has ever been at Camp Nou. Let me ask this question: since he left his post as a German national team coach, has he ever attended our games? That will tell us a lot. And the Mr. Man, Super Frank, just done. Don't even say that again. I honestly don't want that to happen. Don't. Thomas Soko, I don't know. Honestly, I mean Spotify come. I honestly don't know who the Mr. Man would be. I don't know. Anything else? You wanna sue him? You wanna sue him for copying your message? Let's see what we have here. Yes, got it, thanks. Okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Yeah. I got 3 boys. Oh, you got 3. Yeah, your twin boys, and are they triplets really? I know you got a twin. You got twin boys. Yep. You got twins. And then are they triplets? You say 3 boys. Wow. Wow. Probably tired. It was a marathon stream yesterday. Shanks, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Latif Chelsea. Hey coach, how are you doing today? I cannot complain. And there above ground, it's a good day. He says, I am very devastated by Chelsea board decision to part ways with a Poch. And they could have given him time till next January. I honestly would have loved them to give him time because the fact that we weren't too sure who was going to come in at the time was a serious concern for me. But what has happened has happened. We just have to move on. Latif, my Niger bro, they're nice to see you. Flick met who? In London, embarrassing. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go a long way. Think about Gasperini, Atalanta manager. Is he young? We have to pay attention to the fact that they say they want a young manager. They don't want I don't know. I'm not sure how to phrase that. I honestly do not want to misquote anybody. We have 80 likes. We can get it to 120 more likes. And in 10 minutes, in 8 minutes, actually, I have to stop because I have to help my boys get ready for school. Bring back Mourinho and Conte, 2 of them together. How is that going to work? 2, you can say, I don't want to say egotistics. I think with the experience serious clash of egos, it will never happen. Let's see, Raja. No, I think probably tired. I think probably he was on Mitch's show too, and that marathon show too. Also, I don't think it's easy. Twin boys, another boy, bro. Yeah, okay, so 3 in total. Yeah, I know you have twin boys, handsome boys. I know them. Probably wouldn't know the difference if I see the 3 of them. It'd be difficult to tell which of them are twins. And okay, Enzo, Marissa, don't do that again. You've done it before and you got me, but you're not going to get me again. I personally cannot wait for the appointment of the new head coach at Chelsea FC so that the owners and directors can buy quickly new players to add to the squad. You can say, do well, yeah. Don't believe him. I think he's kidding. Let's see. If they get McKenna, we're going to riot. Okay. If that's what you want to do, it's your right. Breaking news, Chelsea are about to announce a new manager in the next few hours. Who? Initials are SB? You're joking with me, right? Coach, here is a confirmed news from my sources. Breaking news that Chelsea are about. Are you serious? Really? You're joking? I'm not sure whether you're joking or not, really. Probably because I'm tired already. Anything else? We still have 50 people watching, 81 likes, 19 more to get it to 100. 6 minutes to round off the show. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. Let me see if anything new has emerged. If not, yeah, we're gonna call it a day. So let's check Dodgers. Blue Dodgers. Usually, probably he's always on it. 3 minutes ago, Estevan Williams will sign a contract with Chelsea for 7 seasons. The clubs exchanged transfer documents last Monday, and the deal can reach up to 65 million euros. That's a lot of money for a 17-year-old. And something 8 minutes ago, Chelsea are also assessing how suited candidates to succeed Mauricio Pochettino or to the club's current squad and the future recruitment plans. That makes sense. At least I get it. Even if I don't like the manager you're hiring, please pay attention to the profile of player we have and the way the incoming manager likes to approach the game. We don't want to make a mistake. Then we see the need to revamp the squad again. So I like it. The fact. So maybe I have to bring up this window here. Just give me 1 second and then switch scenes so we can see what we're seeing there. Give me 1 second, people. It will take a few seconds for it to show up. Dante, Steve Bruce, your club. Let me see here. I'm gonna switch it to this thing here. Let's see. F11, so it goes full screen. Then do like this. There you go. Superboy, Steve Bruce. All right, look at it here. This says that Chelsea are assessing how suited candidates to succeed Mauricio Pochettino are to the club's current squad and the future recruitments. I think that's a good thing to do. We don't want a situation where we sign a manager and then the argument, the debate that the manager has to sign his own players before he starts doing well. I don't want that to happen. We have to be sure that everything everything falls into place so that we don't make a mistake. I'm not reading that. Yeah, that's another one. Sack Bali, get creative, people. I'm liking it. But it's true. I'm not joking. Send me the link, then, bro. Send me the link. Next week will come, and this conversation will still be ongoing. It's a possibility. That one is the most creative so far. Let's see what else we have here. Would you take the legendary Ten Hag? Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try to keep a straight face right now. Ten Hag, he deserves more time at United. He deserves at least 4 more years. His approach takes time to implement, and injuries haven't helped his, you can say, his efforts. So they should give him time. Look what he did with Ajax. Maybe sign more younger players for him than Casemiro, players at the age of Casemiro and was a former French international that will be a free agent to come the end of the season. Mourinho gave him his chance at Real Madrid. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Ten Hag needs time. It's up to you to decide whether I'm being serious or not. Steve Bullard. That's, by the way, we've addressed this one. And here, Chelsea have narrowed down their search down to 4 candidates. And that was this particular report came out 11 minutes ago. It includes Kieran, McKenna, Thomas Frank. Come on, please take Thomas Frank out of that list. Enzo, Maresca. If they're saying they want a manager good at implementing a possession-based football to control games, I don't think it should be Thomas Frank. Enzo, Maresca, unknown for 4th candidate. I think that's Matt Law's husband. Matt Law was the one that did a mystery candidate last time again. And the term he used at the time was the manager he is a manager in a perceived lower league, something to that language I can't quite remember. Nobody's talking. It's just go away. Even Simon Jordan, who's always fair with the owners, thinks none of these men qualify for the job. Yeah, here's the thing. If we're going by the size of Chelsea as a club, the history of the club, I think it makes sense to argue that these names on the list aren't qualified to be Chelsea manager until they prove themselves as you can say prove themselves or as can. I don't think it makes sense to argue otherwise. If anything, it's a risk. If anything, we're just giving them opportunity, as clearly stated in the previous report that we looked at. So yeah, I agree, Vic. Yeah, they're not qualified going by what they've achieved. This is not like your day-to-day life type of job where it's about even I don't know how else to phrase it, but they're not qualified in my opinion. I'm trying to think, Jesse. I'm done thinking. People, I'm serious. Chelsea are preparing a statement for announcing a manager with initials SB. Who is that? Do we have SB here? No SB here. No SB on the list. So who is that? I don't know. Okay. Why down the experiment land after 2? Yeah. Look, I think you and I agree. I didn't expect that to be the case. And I'm quite sure you've been here long enough, and I'm quite sure you've heard me talk about how I am certain that the next manager they hire will be an elite manager. I'm quite sure you were here the day we talked about that. So I'm not sure. It's a risk, more or less. I'm not sure how else to see. I personally cannot wait for the new coach to be appointed. I think you said something similar before, and I read it too. But nice to see you again. You guys are definitely going to that negative edge place. Chelsea expected to appoint a new head coach by the end of next week and will sign a longer contract than the 2-year deal Mauricio Pochettino signed. Who I don't agree. I don't agree with this. I disagree that give any manager a long-term contract again. Oh, did Jesse say SB or SH? He says SB. We have SH here. No SB here. High profile mystery name. I'm done. I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm just done. And we'll be rounding up in a bit. Just sign Big Sam. Yeah. To help us ensure that we don't get this. Sean Bean. Bring me Deservi. After seeing this list, he looks like Carlo to me compared to the names on the list. Leo, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Are you saying some big? That's up to you. Okay. Mainz manager Svensson Bo? Really? Okay, I don't know Mainz manager that well. I only know Mainz when Thomas Tuchel coached them. But that's by the way. With that, we've come to the natural end of the show. I cannot thank you guys enough. If need be, would come with host an emergency show to follow the topic as the situation as it happens. I want to say thank you to all of you, and I cannot thank you enough for finding the time to be part of the show. I want to say thank you to JC. Thank you to Anthony Stark. Nice to see you. Thank you to Leo Messi, to Midayo Oluwarekemi. Always nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you. Anthony Stark, I've said hello to you. Shanks, nice to see you once more. My assistant also was in the house. Siaka, nice to see you. Vic, my bro, and the blue. Tiff again was also in the house. All of you, and if I miss your name, apologies. And Rain also, Rich Money Maker was also in the house. With that, I want to say thank you to all of you. And, of course, Constantine Dunju. Big up to you, brother. I will never forget saying hello to you. With that, we've come to the natural end of the show. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And bye.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space.